Hey everybody, Jedi Jack Luther here, and we just finished filming What's in the Box for the holidays, and it's the holiday version of Luther's Loot. Now, I had to change the format of the program. The first one I did, I wasn't very happy with. It's like, here's Castle Grayskull, you already know about it, check it out, see you later. I really didn't like that. Number one, it's showing something I already have. I've had it for a while, and I didn't do anything. I just, look at it. Okay, see you later. And that was it. And I really did not like that. What's in the box was an accident that kind of just took off. And you can't duplicate that. So Luther's Loot is, I didn't want to try to force it. So I figured Luther's Loot had to be a little bit different. So what I'm going to do on Luther's Loot is kind of show you the new stuff I'm getting in every now and then. So Luther's Loot's not a weekly program or a monthly program, but when I get a few new items in, I just want to show them off. And a lot of this stuff doesn't come in a box from like eBay or something. It's stuff I buy in a store and bring it home. So I wanted to show off a few things. So I'm going to show off quite a few things. I'm got the piece de resistance is probably going to be last. I'm going to put him over there. So we're going to start off with a few small things here. The first thing I want to show off, my buddy Nick brought me my birthday gift. He brought me a comic, WWE comic, which was pretty cool. He made me a card, which is awesome. By the way, Nick can draw, so he does these Christmas cards. They're very funny. But he got me this little thing. This is from the DC Universe. These were like the little miniature guys. And this is the Orange Lantern. And to this day, I cannot pronounce his name. And I'm not even going to try. I just call him the Orange Lantern. I like this guy. If you read any of the comics, there's green lanterns, blue lanterns, purple lanterns. Well, there's only one orange lantern because evidently orange is the color of greed. Which is kind of funny because when I go to the store and buy oranges, there's always a bag of them. And there's a ton of them all over the place. But he's the Orange Lantern. He has his little lantern in his hand. Got his ring there. He's a weird looking alien, but I just like the design. And he creates these, his buddy is just the energy he creates off his ring. And he's got this screaming face to him. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. I apologize because he's got a red tongue inside this orange translucent plastic. The really thing that kind of weirds me out is that, I get it that they use their rings to make energy constructions, anything they can, but his plugs right into this guy, right there, and he's screaming. I mean, is the Orange Lantern a proctologist? I mean, time for your colonoscopy. Let me stick this ring right, It kind of looks weird, but it's weird in a funny way. I mean, I would keep it displayed like this because in this form, the figures are actually stable and it stands up because it becomes one solid unit. So I really like that. He got me that for my birthday, and I thought it was great because I love the Orange Lantern. So next up here, I want to show this. I picked this up at a Target in Columbia. The Transformers 30th anniversary is actually next year, 2014. And it's been 30 years, and I can't believe that, since the original Transformers hit the ground running. So they are taking all the original characters and revamping them into newer molds. This is actually Wasp Inator. He's from the Beast Wars cartoon. And this is the most cartoon accurate Wasp Inator I've ever seen. It looks just like how he basically did in the cartoon. There's a few tweaks to it, of course. But almost my favorite part is his gun. Because it looks like the gun in the cartoon. His gun was the tail part of his Wasp mode with this stinger barb sticking out of it that he would shoot. And they've cast it in clear plastic. And they've cast his eyes with that clear plastic, and it goes behind the head. So when you shine light down, his eyes would light up. His wings actually flap, and I'm going to try to get them to work here. Look at that. So in Wasp mode, you can press that button and he can flap his wings. I have not transformed him into Wasp mode because I saw a preview on another YouTube channel that said once you transform him, turn him back, the chest piece here doesn't stick very well. And since I love him in robot mode, that's how I'm usually keeping him. But I got that up in Columbia there. next thing here. I just want to move it along. I don't want to like partake on anything. If I think something has particular notice, I'll stick with it. But this is the Retro Action, the Real Ghostbusters figure. These are like the Migos that I knew when I was a real small kid, back like, you know, mid 70s, very early 80s. They're the figures that are about 8 inches or so. Well, that's about 8 inches. Fully posable. They come in cloth outfits. So this is their nod to it. And they've done it with the Real Ghostbusters from the cartoon. And not the movie, just the cartoon. And I found these at Ollie's. If you have an Ollie's, you got to shop there. That's the greatest place on the planet. They get all sorts of stuff. These were Toys R Us exclusives. And they were like $17, $18. Got them at Ollie's, $8. Then they only had Venkman left. But when I saw them, they had Ray Stantz and they had Egon. They did not have Winston. But by the time I got there, they only had Peter left, which is fine because Bill Murray is the co-owner of the Charleston River Dogs. And usually on the opening games, he's there. And I am going to desperately try to get Bill Murray to sign this. Now, I understand Bill Murray did not voice the character in the cartoon. But when you think Peter Venkman, you think Bill Murray. I mean, it's just there. That's just who I think of it. So yeah, I know the person who did the voice of Peter Venkman in the cartoon is not Bill Murray. But still, having Bill Murray autograph this, it's the coolest thing on the planet. And that's just what I'm aiming for. All right. Now, I have one more thing to show you. But actually, really quickly, and yes, today, if you watched what's in the box, today is the 20th of December. It is my birthday. And my mom, let me tell you about my mom really quickly. Side note, it's my show, so my mom will get a shout out. My mom is one of the greatest women on the planet. I love her to death. She's had an amazing life. She turned 80 this year. And she doesn't even look like it. She looks like she's just in her 60s. And she still has a very young, youthful spirit to her. I love her to death. So my mom goes out, and she never knows what to buy me for my birthday. She's like, we're going to go somewhere. You just pick something you want. We went to We went to Kmart. And it was Black Friday. And they had their buy one WWE whatever and get one free. And she bought me she bought me one Elite figure. And she got the other one for free, which is an insane deal. These things aren't cheap anymore. You know, we're talking $18 a shot. So she got me these. And then she sends me my birthday card and puts $20 into it. And just in a minute, I'm going to show you what that $20 bought a really, really great. So we're going to open them now. I guess, unfortunately, I had to pick out which figures to get because she doesn't know. So I know what figures I got. And it's my birthday, and I figured I want to share it with my YouTube family. So we're going to open this up. New segment, what's in the birthday gift? How about that? It's Ryback, and I've been wanting a Ryback Elite figure like crazy. So I'm going to get him off. I mean, I just love this figure, and he's really cool. I don't like these rubber shirts. I mean, sometimes they put a cloth shirt in, and sometimes they put a rubber shirt in. I just don't like these rubber shirts. But it comes with a chair, and you just do maximum damage. And I really do like Ryback. I don't like how they've done his character lately, but, you know, I don't run the WWE. If I did, they probably would lose money, I guess. I don't know. It's the second package, and of course, I knew what they were. I just didn't know which ones was which. But this one is Wade Barrett. Comes with the Barrage, can't say it like he does, rubber shirt. And I already talked about how I don't like rubber shirts. Intercontinental belt when he was the Intercontinental Champion, and a really good one. He did a good job with this belt. And then Wade Barrett in his shorts. And to be quite honest, there wasn't much of a selection. I really wanted Ryback, but there could have been other figures I could have picked. The only other two, well, let's just say they're under the Christmas tree right now. And please don't give me that, oh, you know what you're getting for Christmas? Oh, well. But those are my birthday gifts from my mom. Now, like I said, she sent me a check in the mail for $20. I don't know why she did. She's like, oh, I just want to send you a check. So anyway, I've already told you the story on what's in the box, on how much I got him for. But the $25, 20 of that came from my mom. And my mom helped me buy this gorgeous piece of plastic. This is the Beast Hunter Optimus Prime Dragon Assault. This is, by doubt, an excellent figure. And the only reason he is not a top 15 Christmas toy this year was because of his price point. That is the only reason I can think of. Because even if you're not remotely familiar with Transformers, just seeing this guy in the package would make you want to buy him. I mean, any kid goes like, wow, that's a big robot. And he turns into a truck, and he's got 5 dragon cannons that rotate and shoot things. And, I mean, the figure itself is amazing. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. You saw him in the package on what's in the box. He's out of the package. I've attached the handle. The handle turns, and as it clicks, it rotates each dragon head. And then you press the button, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to shoot my phone. It will fire the missile, or whatever the weapon is in each dragon's mouth. This is pretty neat, and if I do it, if I put it in neutral mode, as I like to call it, where I don't fully click it, oh, it's gonna, there we go. Well, I had it where I could just spin them like that, but that doesn't want to work now. It's on camera. I had, when I didn't film, it was working. Now it doesn't want to work. But it's very cool. What's really neat is the handle that rotates the dragon's head is on there really good. It's not going anywhere. This is not going to pop off. Not, you know, I don't shake it violently. But, I mean, the figure can, like, fly through the air if you wanted him to. You know, or you can just pick him up. I mean, the handle is multi-purpose on this thing. It's really a good idea. I'm really impressed. He transforms into a truck. I haven't done that yet. And in truck mode, this thing's on the back and it still works, which is really nice. Comes with a super huge shield, and it comes with this sword. And a lot of people, when they think Optimus Prime, look how big the sword is. I have to go around the sword just to get back into the camera. That's how big the sword is. It's taking up a lot of room. Let's slide it back a bit. When you think Optimus Prime, you think the original Prime came with this big gun, and he only has a shield and a sword. Of course, this is a completely different cartoon. But I want to show off this sword because I just want you to see this. I noticed this. The sword looks like the skull of a dragon. Here's an eye hole right there. Here's this, you know, the front part of the mouthpiece. And all these bits and points here, you know, they're on either side of the blade to make the teeth. That is the coolest weapon I have ever seen. On one side, it's got a regular blade, but when you turn it, now you got a dragon's head skull you're fighting with. I mean, I just loved it. I rave about this toy because, well, one, I am a big Transformers fan. I've loved them since I was a kid. And sometimes it's a hit or miss when they make these figures. You don't know what you're getting. This figure, I wouldn't say was worth $60. If you had $60 and you just blew it on it, I still don't think you got a bad deal. But if you can get it for cheaper, go for it. Because this thing was definitely worth at least $20. This is worth $25 easily. I was ready to pay. Walmart has them now in their store because they're overstocked for $39, and still would buy it at that price point because it's really worth it. It's a big piece of plastic. A lot of the people have drawbacks that when they turn in truck mode, the sword and the shield go on either side of the truck to hide the arms and everything, kind of like to close up the detail. And a lot of people just think that's kind of ridiculous, but I think it's part of the truck. He's carrying his weapons with him, and they got to go somewhere. So by far, I love my wrestling figures my mom got me, but I'm going to be honest with you. If this was the only toy my mom helped me get for my birthday, this would have been enough right here, easily. So, like I said, my mom is really great. She also got me a Dean Ambrose figure. She just bought it, and oh well, I kind of bought for your birthday, but not really. You can have that one. And he's upstairs as well. I haven't taken him out of the package. I'm waiting to get the other two members of the Shield. So that is it.